Hi everybody. I am here today to show you my October and November Hostess Club projects for 2021. October was a good month. A very good friend of mine that I ship kits to got very ill. And so I kind of held off on posting the video just because I was trying to understand, figure out, deal with what was going to become of her. And sadly, she passed away on Thursday, November 11th. So with that being said, I decided to combine my October and November video so that you could sit and just do all 4 of the projects. So we'll start with the October, and we made these cute little blessing boxes. I got the idea from my upline, Angie Judah, as well as the little poem that comes with it, and then all of the ingredients is listed on the poem, so you'll know how to put that together. And we focused on the pillow box dies, so this little box was made with the pillow box dies, and I will show you that in just a moment. And then we also made this cute little pillow box, and I just slide that off. It has a little Velcro closure, and you could put a few little candies in there and then seal it, and then I just put this right back on. And it goes on just like that. And I kind of left everything long so it was kind of rustic looking. So I did want to point out that this month on November 16th, 17th, and 18th, Stampin' Up! Is having a website sale. So if you place your order online, you can get 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, 20% off dies from the annual 2021-22 annual catalog. So this is a great time to stock up. So if you're in my Hostess Club, I've sent you your Hostess code so that you can apply your order to that. So anyway, that orders need to be done Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of this week. So housekeeping done. So this is the stamp set we're going to use. And I also use the word grateful from the Sparkle of the Season. And I use the pumpkins from this stamp set. And this is the pillow box dies. You get this big die and then all of these little dies with it. And we will be focusing on this die right here. Okay. And I keep my dies in an album, a little 6x8 album. And so that's why I have it in this kind of packaging. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and in your kit, let's pull out all of the things. Okay. Nothing left in there. So so we are going to need to start off with our twine, our little tag that I stamped grateful, our yellow pillow box, and this yellow piece of paper, and I believe that is it for that. And then I have some Velcro dots. I hope that you received your Velcro dots in your kit. If not, I apologize. So there are my Velcro dots. All right, so we're going to start off. We don't need this yet. We are just going to take a little bit of liquid glue. And I am going to put the glue on the ruffled edge of my pillow box. like that, all the way to the edges. And then I am going to line up, and I'm going to move this white piece. I don't need it right now. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat in case anything oozes. It'll ooze right onto the mat and it won't make my surface sticky. And I'm going to line that up and go ahead and give that a good press. Then when I fold on my score line, oops, go ahead and give that a good press. Then I'll just trim this excess off, okay? All right, there we go. So that's that first part. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to score and burnish the best I can with these score lines, because they're kind of rounded. You can't really burnish them, but you can give them a good pinch, I guess you could call it. All right, so here is, so I just take and I bend in these two sides and I fold it in. And then I kind of work with just one side at a time. I'll add some glue here because I don't want my pillow box to come open. And then we'll work on getting that glued together just like that, and hold it for a second so that it doesn't come apart. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'll put glue on this flap. And I'll stick the glue in here. There we go. Give that a good seal. So now my pillow box. So this is kind of stiff, so I'm going to kind of roll it a little so it curves nicer. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off. Oh my goodness, second time that cup fell. Maybe I won't put my scissors back in that cup. Okay, I'm just going to cut off one Velcro dot there. And so this Velcro is connected, so both pieces. I just peel off the back of one side like that. And I'm going to stick it down to the lid right there. Then I'm going to carefully peel off the back of the other side without taking the Velcro off. And I'm just going to give it a little push. If your box caves, you can just open your box and pop it back out. So there we go. I'm going to give that Velcro a good press and that side a good press. And there we go. That is the box. Now I have this Grateful tag. And so the tag came from the Pillow Box die set. And the stamp Grateful I stamped in soft suede on crumb cake cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and hold my twine, and I have about this much extra, and I'm just going to wrap the rest around once or probably 2 or 3 times, depending on how much extra. So that's probably enough there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just tie a knot. Okay. Or I'm just going to give it one good tie. All right, now since that's tied, I am going to string my Grateful Sentiment tag through the string. Okay. And now I'm going to just go ahead and tie my bow. And I didn't really cut off any of the excess I just felt it gave it a rustic look. So, you know, they're uneven, and that's okay. There you go. So there is our first little pillow box project. Okay, how cute is that? So here's the original, and here's the one I just did. Too cute. So these will be, I will be setting these on my Thanksgiving table this year as little treats, and I'll just fill them with a little bit of candy or, you know, sweet little messages of why I'm grateful for my guests. So that's what I plan to do with my pillow boxes. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make one of these. I'm not gonna put the food in the one I make, but we will be doing one of these. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start off with some color. Oh, there's that glue Velcro dot I was missing. So I'm gonna start off by coloring my pumpkins. So these colors are non-traditional. I'm gonna do Just Jade, pumpkin pie, and I think Daffodil Delight. Or Mango Melody. So we have Mango Melody, we have pumpkin pie, and we have Just Jade. Okay. I'm going to put my pin in my glue. There we go. And then I think I used Mossy Meadow. Or no, I think I used Old Olive for the leaves. And dark cinnamon cider for the, nope, that's light, for the stem. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do our leaves first. So I take the dark Old Olive, and color the dark areas. Okay. Now I'm going to take the light So I did notice, so on my original, I did the Just Jade to match my paper, but on my kit, my paper is more of the coral. So I think I'm going to trade out my pumpkin pie for my Calypso coral. Since I feel like that will match a little bit better. So I'm looking at my pumpkins here, and I think that I want my tall one to be the Calypso coral. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my darker outlines. And anywhere there might be a little bit of a shadow. maybe coming off behind this leaf. There we go. And then I think I want my yellow one to be the bigger of the two that are left. There we are. Okay. And then now I'm going to do my smaller one in Just Jade. There we go. All right, so that is all colored. And now I'm going to take my die. So my Pretty Pumpkins comes with gorgeous dies. I have extra leaves in here. Okay. And take this one out. And I'm going to go ahead and line this up. I'm going to use a piece of Post-it note tape because that's here. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to open up my mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. Grab my plates. Like that. Line those up. Run that through. There we have that. And I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. And I'm going to put my die back so I don't lose it. There we go. All right, so we're done with the markers and coloring. I'm going to go ahead and set those over here. All right, so I have that, and I have this shape. So I'm going to glue this my pumpkins onto my die. I cannot remember which die set this little plaque came from, so my apologies for that. There we are. And now we're going to go ahead and look at the rest of our pieces. So this is, you have your blessing mix poem. Oh, I had 2 of those, so I don't need that. You have 2 of these, and you have 2 of these. And then we have some cardstock here. So let's go ahead and we are going to cut this one off right there at the bottom. Like that. And we'll do the same to the other one. And those are trash. You don't need those anymore. Okay, now I'm going to take and cover this whole piece with adhesive. And I am going to line, oh, hold on. I'm going to line this little piece here because I cut this a little bit off the big one, and I really wanted this piece to be whole, but so I'm going to just make it work. So I'll show you. So here you see I cut that off. Now we're going to put glue back on this again since it was drying, and I'm going to line this up, and hopefully my seam won't be too noticeable, which I can't tell unless I look really close. So hopefully the recipient won't be able to tell either. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off. And so there we have that. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. I did not mess up this die, so I don't have to fix it like I did the other one. All the way to the edge. It's a good thing about liquid glue, you have that little bit of wiggle room. All right. Now I'm going to take my glitter piece and I'm going to glue that. So this one that has the little mess up, I'm going to put that on the back, even though it's not real hard to tell. And I'm going to take this glitter piece and glue it right along this seam or score mark that was put in by the die. And I'm going to glue this glitter paper down. And this glitter paper was one of the things that you could earn for free during celebration. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that off like that and like that. Okay, so that's trash. Next, I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and I'm just going to use the minis because that's what I have here. Handy. Oh, that one's just a little too long. And we'll put that there. Go ahead and peel those backs off. And then we're going to put that just like this on the front. There we go. All right, and then I have a white bow. I'm going to tie a bow from my ribbon. And take a glue dot. And we'll stick it right down, just like that. All right, so that's the front. And this is the back. And now we're going to go ahead and make our box part that goes right in the middle. Let me put these markers away so they are not cluttering up my table. There we go. So we are going to